What's up, guys? Today we're doing another episode of Asagao Academy Normal Boots Club Edition, and we left off, nope, we want to return. We left off when they were just headed to the hot springs, so let us continue. We entered the General Inn and made our way to the hot springs. Oh, you know what I wanted to do? As sad as that was, I need to lower the sound effect volume again. So okay, there we go. We entered the General Inn area and made our way to the hot springs, excited. Maya and I split off to the ladies' side while PBG and Jared headed towards the men's area. As Maya and I cleaned off, we chatted animatedly about the trip. I can't wait to see Jared with his shirt off. This was the best idea, Hana, ever. I tried not to stare at her body and tried very hard not to compare it to my own. I mean, I'd always known that mine was a bit bigger in some areas, but I had never bothered to... Well, it wasn't important. Still, I stared down at my boyish frame and frowned. I've been planning for this day, Hana. I'm so ready. What do you mean?
He's so cute.
What do you mean? Rewind. What do I mean? This is a golden opportunity, the perfect opportunity to capture my Jared's heart. I've got a whole plan set out and everything. You're not going to do anything that could get you into legal trouble, right? Girl, what kind of fool do you take me for? Anyways, you ready to go? Yeah. I wrapped a towel around myself and stepped out into the hot springs. It's so nice in here. Maya immediately got into the water, but I hesitated. Was she going to take off her towel? I wasn't prepared. Wait, I forgot something in there. Okay, hurry back. As I turned away, I noticed Maya unclip her hair from her head and do a dramatic hair flip. Who is she doing that for? It was only us here. I ran back into the changing room, standing back against the back wall. Calm down, Hana. You've seen naked women before. This ain't no big deal. It's not like Jared and PBG are out there. They're not going to see you, and Maya's not going to judge you, so it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I took a deep breath. I could do this. I could totally do this. I stepped back out to the hot springs, a smile on my face. Sorry about that. I'm back.
Hey.
Oh, Hana. It's so steamy. Oh my god. I can't. This is so great. Okay. What? Come on in, the water's great. Well, what are you doing in here? It's a communal hot spring for both sexes. I had no idea until we found Maya out here. I glanced at Maya and was blinded by a bright flash. When it faded, I realized it came from Jared, who was somehow sitting contentedly next to her and staring into her eyes. Oh my god, they were only wearing towels. They were basically naked. PBG seemed to come to this realization at the same time as me. His eyes grew wide and a blush came over his face. Don't you want to come in? And not that you have to or anything. Sure, I'll come in. I stepped into the hot water slowly, conscious of the fact that each step brought me closer and closer to a... I love the fact that this is just such a stereotypical anime trope, and it's killing me. I'm dying of laughter because this whole situation, I'm imagining actual PBG and Jared, which I know this is not them, but it's so funny. It's so funny. Okay, I need to calm down because I need to read this. Okay. This episode is just going to be titled Hot Mess, because holy god, I'm a hot mess. Anyway, I stepped into the hot water slowly, conscious of the fact that each step brought me closer and closer to a basically naked PBG. I held the bottom of the towel down so it wouldn't float as I got in, and noticed PBG averted his eyes. Anyway, so how are you guys feeling? He directed this to Maya and Jared, but they were completely out of it. There was no getting anything from either of them. Finally, I was in. The spring was really, really small, wasn't it? PBG was really close to me. like really close to me. I had a vice grip on my towel. There was no room to sit next to Mai and Jared, so I sat opposite them. PBG, standing in the center of the hot springs, looked around and then started to come towards me. Mind if I sit here? No, go ahead. He came close to me, and closer to me, and closer. Finally, he was next to me, and he started to sit on the rock next to me. Started to. He never made it. He was sitting. As he was sitting, he bumped my arm, and then my grip on my towel loosened. Oh, sorry. No! Oh, God, no! Hana! All at once, a giant gush of blood came flooding out of PPG and my noses. What the hell? What's going on? Ew, it's everywhere. The water is turning to blood. It's the second coming. PPG, hang in there. Hang in there, man. He's floating. He's doing dead man's float. Oh, God, PPG. We're losing her. She's losing consciousness, Hana. Oh my God, this is so stereotypical. I can't even. I woke to Mai hovering worriedly over me. Where am I? This is one of the inn rooms. We rented one for a little bit. I glanced around. It was a standard Japanese-style inn room, nice and neat, but it smelled of fresh orange peels. Mai was eyeing me as if looking for signs of an illness. What's wrong? How did I get here? Do you not remember? Not remember what? I didn't think it would be this bad, but if it was so traumatic that you don't even remember it, it's probably best not to tell you. What happened to me out there? Hana. Mai put a hand on my shoulder. There are some things in this world that you are just not meant to know. But don't question God's blessings, Hana. Yes, ma'am. Excuse me, can I come in?
PBG.
For some reason, a well's worth of embarrassment washed over me. Mai glanced at me and then told PBG to come in. Hey. Why are they still in their towels? Couldn't throw a shirt on? I can't. Anyway. Hey, Mai. Hey, Hana. Glad to see you're up again. Do you mind if I speak to you alone, Hana? Say no more. Mai stood and crossed to the hallway, glancing at us over her shoulder as she did so. Play nice, you two. She winked and then shut the door. He was still shirtless. He sat down in front of me and looked at me, still shirtless. I tried to look anywhere but his chest, anywhere but... Wow, this was a really small room. And it was super hot in here. Super hot. I couldn't breathe. I know you've been worried about me lately. Oh. I glanced away. I'm sure you already know, but soccer is really important to me. One of the most important things. It's been driving me crazy that I haven't been able to play. I can't even attend the practices without the entire team telling me to leave them alone. But it's been my life at Asagao. Soccer's how I made friends after you left and how I gained confidence in myself. Without it, I didn't know what I'd do. I was going crazy. I was getting depressed. But that was no reason to ignore you and throw myself a pity party. That was stupid. I'm sorry for worrying you so much. And thank you. What for? Well, I usually feel like I'm a joke to people, but when I'm with you, I feel like I'm more than that. You understand me. You make me feel like I matter, and you take me seriously. So I thank you. You're a wonderful person. PBG threw his head back and laughed. Well, shucks. No, I'm serious. It was thanks to you that I could feel at home here. You showed me what it was like to have a real, true friend. Someone who genuinely cares about me. Thank you for making my school life so wonderful. Well, you're welcome. Anytime. Do you think... I flushed. Do you think we can keep growing together for the rest of our lives? I know it's cheesy, but you're an important friend to me, and I don't want to lose you again. He leaned over and pulled me into a hug. I wrapped my arms around him, smiling contently. Of course we can.
Yay!
A few seconds went by, and then I realized something. PBG was still wrapped in just his towel, and so was I. It was skin on skin, just a towel separating us. As the realization hit me, my mouth went dry. I was too embarrassed to speak or move. PBG released me, and I let go of him. Man, I'm really glad we came to that conclusion. But I think I should go now. He stood and sprinted across the room, flinging the door open. PBG sprinted past Maya and Jared, who fell away from the door with a crash. PBG, wait! Jared chased after PBG, leaving Maya and I alone. She crawled to me from across the room like some kind of demented bug. What happened? What happened? Tell me. Do you like each other? Are you dating now? Is PBG your boyfriend? I could hardly hear anything. You guys were talking so quietly. I beamed at her, trying to hold in a laugh. That's a secret. That look. Maya and I walked to clack. It will never be an episode where I don't make tongue noises because apparently I can't talk. Maya and I walked to class the next morning like absolute zombies. I wasn't sure if it was the blood or the heat or the sheer stress of it all, but neither of us wanted to talk to each other. We didn't even want to look at each other. When PBG and I came out of our room that night, we found Jared and Maya in the room across the hall, sitting 4 yards apart on opposite ends of the room. When I asked whether they wanted to go home, yes, definitely, they responded like that. Something was up. Something definitely had to be up. But the drive back to the academy was made in such utter stony silence outside of a few passive observations on PBG's part to try to break the tension. If Maya wasn't telling me what was happening between her and Jared, that definitely meant it was something bad. Really, really bad. Especially considering things seemed to be going well in the actual spring. I wasn't about to bring that up unless she wasn't ready to relive it. For all I knew, she had just destroyed any chances of dating the guy she had had a crush on for the past 3 years. Knowing Mai, it was very possible that she simply wasn't able to conduct herself properly in his presence. I wasn't about to go poking my nose in her most embarrassing moment. We climbed up to the 3rd floor behind Mimi and Kakusu, who moved as though approaching their own execution. Of course, they took up all the space in the stairwell, so we couldn't move around them even if we wanted to. My and my own silence meant that, whether we wanted it or not, we ended up eavesdropping on their conversations. So apparently the nearby hot springs are closed for the rest of the year. What? No way. I was going to join my friends on a celebratory excursion after graduating the midterm exams. I don't know what happened because the staff don't want to go into it, but apparently it had something to do with the water being tainted. You don't think that people were copulating in the springs? Oh my god, why do you talk like that? I'm sure that's why it was. That must have been some kind of party that made the springs completely shut down. Kakusu's eyes flashed. It's being inspected for health violations. If they find something, they may not even be able to reopen. Oh man, I hope they catch whoever did it. It sucks that we have to suffer because someone else was an asshole. When we reached the top of the stairwell, we sped through the girls and into the classroom like we were running from a swarm of bees. As I hooked my bag on my desk, a jolly John approached me. Hey, Hana, how were the... Shh, don't tell anyone we were there. Okay, whatever you did worked. Look. He pointed across the way to PBG, who was sitting at his desk, happily doodling. He noticed us looking at him and waved cheerfully. I waved back. What did you do? I never would have thought he would recover from something like this so quickly. We just talked. Had a bit of a heart-to-heart, I guess you could say. John held up a hand. Thank you. That's all I needed to know. Well, Hana, you're one special girl. I just meant thank you for looking after our boy. No problem. He's my friend, after all. John snorted. Yup, definitely. And friends look after each other.
Yeah.
Exactly. He wandered off to his seat, still laughing like a maniac. What's up with him? I turned to Mai and she shrugged, staring out the window despondently. I guess she didn't feel up to chatting either. It was so unlike her. What happened between her and Jared? Thankfully, Mai thawed as the day wore on, and by the time we got back to the Primrose house, we were deep in discussion about volleyball strategies. But as we approached our room, I groaned. Oh no. Another note was taped gleefully to the door. I ripped it off as a bear might knock down a beehive. Oh, what did the paper ever do to you? I glared at her as I opened the letter. Love, oh love. Oh love, oh love, she's lovely and sweet. She captures my feelings and shines like the sea. So lovely is this lovely, so pretty and nice. Oh, love is so hot and love is so ice. Getting warmer and warmer and warmer until I pour too much water and love cannot spill. For this lovely I see stares back at me with the sea. For the love has the loveliest eyes I have ever seen. I stared at the paper. Eyes like the sea? I told you they weren't for me. Did I really have a secret admirer? I had never even had a boy have a crush on me. Never in my life. But strangest of all, when I should have felt my absolute happiness, instead I felt an odd sense of dread. We headed inside our room and I glanced around, unsure what to do with the letter.
Hey, what's up?
You okay, Hannah? I don't like this. Well, just put it away and forget about it, right? Whoever wrote it obviously isn't confident to approach you and directly, and as long as that doesn't happen, you can pretend like they don't exist. I folded up the letter and stuffed it inside my desk with its brothers.
Well,
I guess so. A letter is just a letter. It's great that you have a secret admirer, too. Who knows? Maybe it's someone you have feelings for. There isn't anyone I like, so that's impossible. Mai glared at me. What? I'm serious. I know you're serious. That's why I'm annoyed. She sighed and shook her head. Poor guy's got it rough, but I guess you don't pick who you fall in love with. Psh, a secret admirer is hardly someone in love. He's probably just got a little crush, if he even is a he. I wasn't talking about... Oh, forget it. A blush rose in my cheeks, but I ignored it. Anyways, we're in the middle of discussing your tactics, right? Oh my god. Why? Why are you doing Final Fantasy references? Anyway. Have you tried the Ject shot? I heard online that's pretty good. It's a bit overhyped. It doesn't work as well for volleyball as you would think. The subject safely dropped. Maya and I discussed her next game until late in the evening. Something got her more excited about volleyball than usual, and that was saying something when it came to Mai. Whatever it was, she didn't tell me, and I didn't ask. Wonder what it was. Okay. So we are officially starting chapter 4, which means we're going to end this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys like and subscribe and comment. And that means we are going to have a straw poll coming up on what route we should do next. So with that, I'm going to get up out of here. Thank you guys for watching so much. If you like what you saw, again, please like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!